and gentlemen, please throw your hands in the air for the greatest podcast on earth when it comes to music, sports, and culture. Disabled is Abled with your host, Eli and Fredy. So put your hands together if you are ready to get the show started. Let's go.
Welcome to Disabled Podcast, where we talk about culture, sports, and music. I'm your host, Eli, co-host, Fredy.
Hey, what's up, what's up? We display our superpowers as disabled individuals.
Yes, sir.
Our capabilities are superpowers, per se.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's what we do.
Yeah, man. It's another week with me and you.
I know. It's 3 for 3. We got to do it
3 for 3.
right, Got to justify Dad,
Yes, sir.
He's here in spirit.
Absolutely. Real quick, how was your week?
Pretty good. I went golfing.
Nice.
Was
it miniature golf or was it
No, it was the
IG golf?
It was the TikTok one where you're on the thing. So I suck. I got like 14 points, but at least I hit the ball and it goes in a circle in the big circle thing. And then I forgot to tell you, but I hit the car. So they have these cars that go around the course that picks up the balls that are on the floor, and everybody was cheering me to hit the car. Because there's a person driving,
right,
and then they have like a shield to protect them from the balls. Wow. And they were like, hit the car. And I swung it like if I was playing golf my entire life.
Yeah. Oh.
And I hit it. I was so hyped. I was like, I don't care what y'all do no more.
Nice.
I won.
Nice.
So that was fun.
I had
How about you, man?
pretty bland week. Worked out. Been watching football and been living life.
That's it's good. Calm. Calm.
Yeah. But let's get into some NFL action.
You're listening to the sounds of Disabled is Abled podcast.
All right. So the first game we had was Thursday night, Bangles versus Dolphins. Bengals won 27-15. Joe Burrow put up 287 yards and 2 touchdowns, and Teddy Bridgewater put up a $193. TD and interception. The Dolphins were 3-0 going into this week, and it was bound that they were gonna eventually lose because staying undefeated for.
The competition of their schedule was getting harder.
Right, basically. Also, I didn't know Tua was gonna play that game. I was surprised because when I tuned in, it was Teddy Bridgewater, so I thought they kept him out.
The only reason why I knew is because I placed a bet. And the way these bets work, if a player is listed or is injured, they automatically take him out. So you can't bet because then you won't win or you won't lose.
Right.
So he became available, so that meant
he was going to play. Right. He took a bad hit in the second quarter that took him out of the game.
Yes.
And he had to be, I believe, carted off.
Good
thing is, he's okay.
I was watching the game on Amazon.
Yeah.
And it looked like a regular clean tackle.
Right.
And once he hit his head, I didn't think nothing of it until you see him trying to count his fingers, see how many fingers he has, and once his fingers twisted, and he was just staring at him.
He was seeing double vision or quadruple vision.
Or it was hard for him to move his fingers.
Right.
Because the camera stood on him for a good 2 minutes.
Right.
And that's when I knew I was this was really a concussion.
Right.
Because the week before, it was a concussion and I saw it live.
And they shouldn't have, long story short, they shouldn't have played him this week.
You don't stumble like that when your back hurts.
Right.
The way the stumbling looked, it looked like you hit your head and when I don't know what it feels like to get a concussion but I know what it feels like to hit your head.
Yeah.
Because I probably hit my head a few times. So, you probably get there's this instant reaction that your body goes into where you get out of the state of concussion in a split second. It's you're about to go into it, but the adrenaline that you're in just kind of takes you out of it.
Right. But with the protocols that they have now, once you get a concussion, you're not supposed to even remotely play.
Yeah, that is true, but they ruled it as a back and knee injury.
That was a cover-up. But go ahead.
No, but I'm saying they ruled it as
Right,
according to the doctors and all the facility people.
Yeah.
They ruled it as that. That's why he was able to come back.
Right.
Because I was shocked he came back and actually played well for them to win.
Right. Well, I mean, the score was 6-7.
Well, this was.
You're talking about
Buffalo.
yeah.
You're talking about Buffalo.
Yeah.
Last week, and then I knew once he got here, he was not coming back.
Right.
And he was having a great game. He only had 180 yards.
Right.
It was looking like they was gonna win. Like they were down, yes, but like they had the momentum.
Yeah, I feel you.
Tyreek went off.
Real quick, speaking on the other side, the team that did win, Joe Burrow did get everything he wanted in that second half. From the third quarter, he got everything he wanted. He was mentally carving out that defense left and right.
I think it was the new uniforms.
Yeah, those new uniforms was looking nice.
They look nice, but like I like it, but like the helmet's a little too much.
Okay,
it's just too much white on white on black.
Yeah,
and the claw
and
is cool.
They actually look like zebras instead of Bengals. Okay,
yes,
I see what you're saying.
It just threw me off a little bit, but I like it because it reminds me of Power Rangers.
Well, listen, I'm just happy that Dolphins are no longer undefeated. I hope Tua is okay, and I hope he comes back later on in the season.
And then they did also fire the doctor.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that was not right estimation.
But that doctor is not associated with the team.
Oh, with the team.
It's like they're independent because the NFL, they got the doctor, the team doctor, and they have a separate doctor to assess these concussions. Basically, it kind of sucks that Tua exposed this and I mean, it doesn't suck. It's a good thing that he exposed it. But the way he was kind of treated, he was dispendable. It was kind of sickening.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. And that's what John Harbaugh talked about in his pregame press conference on how the game went.
Yeah, it was just like at the end, we were reminded that most of these players, not all, are dispendable.
Right. Like
you can be easily replaced. Yeah. And we kind of saw that when they bought Teddy Bridgewater in, he basically did the same thing Tua did. Right. In short amount of time. Yeah. So, I mean, hopefully he's okay. Hopefully he's healthy. Yeah. And he can come back. And he's not playing this week. So.
No, he's not. Yeah. The second game we had was the Patriots versus Patriots. That game was 27-24. Aaron Rodgers put up 251 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. I don't know who my third string quarterback was because Brian Hoyer was my backup behind Mac Jones, who was out, and then he got hurt, and he had to go into concussion protocol. So then we had this third string. Listen, third string, I don't know your name, but if you keep playing the way you do, I'll learn it. But long story short, it was a actually tight game. To my surprise, because I thought the Packers were gonna blow out the Patriots, pretty much from the beginning to end.
They're wilding for that one.
Why am I wilding for that one?
Because they weren't gonna blow them out. If anything, it was gonna be a boring, close game. And it wasn't boring, but it was close.
Okay, but I'm saying blowout meaning because one, Mac is not playing, who's our starter.
And you're saying Green Bay?
Yeah,
Pats. I thought you meant Pats, Green Bay.
No. I meant Green Bay blowing them out because we don't have our starters. And our defense is looking really bad. For the first time in a long time.
It still looks okay. It looks.
But they don't look like dominant Patriot defense.
Yeah, it doesn't look like last year. Last year, guys were dominant.
To what I'm accustomed to seeing. So, but we put up a fight, sent them into overtime, and Aaron Rodgers did his thing. Got them in field goal range.
I'm just glad y'all lost.
And
I'm just glad y'all lost. Because that means I won my thing. I would have won.
Right. Okay. But what did you like from seeing from Aaron Rodgers?
I just like that he trusts anyone that wasn't an established court.
Yeah, like a rookie.
Yeah. He's giving them, you know what I mean. But again,
it's gonna take him some time because he's starting to get frustrated early. But I get it because.
At this point, you got to play with what you have.
Basically.
You can't complain.
And in the middle, at one point in the middle of the game, the center didn't snap the ball. He was like, "Snap that effing ball!"
Yeah.
And they had to call a timeout. So but we'll see.
Yeah. So.
But I mean, they're 3-1, so they're in good shape. They're pretty much still gonna win that division.
Yeah.
You know who's in it.
Yeah.
So.
But to me, like Green Bay, like if you don't get to the Super Bowl, it was a bad season because people are not gonna accept you going to the championship, NFC championship game, and then you lose again.
Yeah, that's
so. And it's either you make it there and win it, or you don't make it.
And last year they lost in the second round, so I get it. Yeah. Now this game to me was basically America's game of the week with Bills versus Ravens, and the Ravens was up 20-3. So I'm thinking, okay, this game is pretty much over. Lamar's doing his job. He put up 270, 250, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong game. He put up 144 yards, a touchdown, and 2 interceptions. But he had a few rushing yards. He's been rushing for 100 yards pretty much all week. I mean, for the last 3 to 4 weeks. And but their problem and their Achilles heel for the Ravens is their defense. The defense has been letting up too many points, and where you're up by practically 3 touchdowns, and all you gotta do is just hold the lead. They've been letting teams back into the game. And Josh Allen did his job by putting up 213, a touchdown, and wait, hold on, these stats. Okay, hold on. Sorry, the stats don't read on the paper, but he did his job and got them to win. Also, Lamar threw a critical interception in the fourth quarter.
Yes, that was big. Basically, sealed the game.
He had his man wide open in the corner as soon as he hiked it.
Yeah, and then Josh also scored the winning drive, like on the winning drive, he scored to tie it, rushed it in, and then he marched the field and got the field goal. Right. I mean, I like the Ravens, but it's just like I don't know. Like you obviously can't win with just Lamar, right? And your defense is not what we're accustomed to seeing.
Yeah, it's not the legendary Baltimore defense where where it's like, yo, this is hard to win going into Baltimore.
Yeah.
I do think
because if their defense were they wouldn't
be blowing leads like that.
They wouldn't be blowing leads, and their record would be a lot better. Right. And then it would make Lamar look better. Right. For his contract year.
And
because if they lose, or they're 500, or they barely scratch the playoffs, and Lamar goes insane regardless, they're not going to pay Lamar. Yeah. So you need to have a good winning record and ball out at the same time. So I feel for Lamar, but I'm not I don't look at the Ravens and be like, oh my God, it's the Ravens.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even with Lamar, I don't feel that.
It's no longer that fear factor.
It's no longer oh my God, I don't know who's gonna win. Typically, right. If the Ravens win against, for example, the Bills, I would have been shocked.
Okay.
I would have been shocked, but not surprised because I know they're capable. If you know what I mean? But I would have been shocked because the Ravens don't overwhelm me.
Right. I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a little bit more impressed on the Bills side of things.
No,
because of their.
I mean, the Bills have high expectations.
Exactly.
You have a great offense, a decent enough coach, and you got Von Miller on defense along with those other weapons. I mean, they did lose Michael Hyatt for the season, but that's on a different story. But other than that, the Bills did what they needed to do. I just feel like this is, once again, another disappointing way for the Ravens to lose because, once again, you have 2 games now where you're up by 3 or more touchdowns, and you lost both games. One to Miami and now one to the Bills. So we'll see if they can bounce back and, get back into the picture. We had Sunday night's football game, Chiefs versus Bucks. That was Patrick Mahomes versus Tom Brady. This was a shootout, ironically. At one point, it was 21 to maybe 3, and then Tom Brady started dinking and dunking, marching down the field. He put up 385 yards and 3 touchdowns.
And he loses. Where's the loss?
Right, and he was doing his job, but like my dad normally says, the Chiefs are like the Warriors. Like they're fast.
Yeah,
they'll score in 2 minutes, and it's like you now. If I'm Tom, I'm yelling at my defense like, "Yo, can we get one stop, at least one, to where I can get the ball back and keep this game close?" And it never got that way. And now to the Buccaneers defense, because I didn't know that they were number 1. They did have 2 opportunities where they were down by 10, and they did get a stop. But the Chiefs also did their job by getting a 3-and-out right away and giving the ball right back to Patrick Mahomes. the Chiefs look like the team to beat, and I can't believe, in like 4 weeks ago when we made our predictions, I picked the Raiders and the Rams, and both of those teams are looking suspect.
Yeah.
So I'm changing my pick.
No, you can't change your pick. That's like violation of like pre-season picks. Okay, you cannot change your picks.
But I mean, it's abundantly clear it's gonna be.
And you never know. It's still early, bro. Like the Rams might turn around and be like the Super Bowl champs.
I'm talking about the Raiders.
Same thing.
Bro,
it's a stretch.
Dude, it's abundantly
it's a
clear.
Stretch, but they still.
It's abundantly clear. It's either gonna be.
It's only week 5, bro. They could go on like a 7-game win streak, which is unlikely. But
no,
they can.
They can. Okay. So what did you see from the Sunday night?
I was impressed by the score only because the Bucs defense is really good.
Yeah, and that was the first time that they gave up more than 27 points.
Yeah, in a long time. So I don't really. This game didn't really hold much weight to me because it wasn't like a playoff atmosphere thing. Like, talk to me in like January, February when they possibly can meet again.
That is.
And let's see where the tables turn.
That is true, but it was a statement win by the Chiefs.
No, it was.
Because remember, they had to go into Tampa Bay 2 years ago and they lost, and they got there behind.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying.
Oh, because
when the pressure changes,
right, and it's for the money.
And it's for the money. It's not going to be this way. So I'm talking about just the score, because the score when I look at the score sheet, it just looks like a blowout. But when you actually look at the game, it was more than just a blowout.
Okay, and I will admit, I've been talking a lot of garbage about Tom Brady the last 3 weeks. This is the first game where he played like Tom Brady to me. He's been
playing like that the entire season.
No.
Everybody and their mother is injured. What do you want me to do?
Okay. They don't have that many injuries except for a few, but some of the games were looking suspect. But this was a game that they looked good in, so I will give him credit for that.
The only flaw I have with the Chiefs is you're not involving Juju Smith-Schuster as more than I think you should.
That may come with time.
I'm just giving it time. But you know what I mean, like. Kind of get him going because he can't replace Tyreek Hill, but he's a good replacement.
A good wide receiver.
We've seen him in Pittsburgh. He was basically Roethlisberger's number 1. So used him a little more, but that's my only complaint about the Chiefs.
And the last game we have is the 49ers versus the Rams. That was 24-9.
Yes.
I
have a rant. Okay. Matthew Stafford, you suck.
He does.
Okay?
He did.
Number 1, you suck. And number 2, you have other people to throw to that's not named Cooper Kupp. Stop throwing to Cooper Kupp.
That is true.
I need other people to rise up to the occasion and be involved.
And what's up with
and your tight end is either Cooper Kupp or the tight end. Stop.
And what's up with Akers? Because Akers ain't really getting involved either.
They were running the ball, mind you. Because if I make a bet on a game, I'm most likely gonna watch it. So I made a bet on the game. And Akers, he was running the ball, but the 49ers
defense.
D-line is so good that he wasn't really moving. They changed. So they kept doing play action.
On to your point, the Rams have no answer for Debo. He gets anything he wants on that defense, anytime.
Yeah, but I would admit the touchdown pass, the 57-yard pass.
The screen pass?
You guys should have stopped him. Like, y'all should have stopped him.
There was a few,
Come on. Like, there was a few tackles he broke that it was like, okay, you broke them, but, like, you still had a chance to stop him. They just didn't want to stop him. I'm just upset that Matthew Stafford.
He reverted back to Detroit.
He just looking.
He's reverting back.
I don't know if it's the elbow. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know.
That might be it too.
Everybody's talking about, Sean McVay, he's scheming. His schemes are so well for Cooper Kupp. Well, if they're so well for Cooper Kupp, why don't you give some to Robinson?
Side note, Matthew, stop throwing an interception in the fourth quarter because you've thrown 3 interceptions.
Yeah, that was big. That was big.
3 out of the last 4 games, all in the fourth quarter.
Because even with like him obviously throwing it to Cooper Kupp every single time, that pick 6, it was a wrap. Like when the pick 6 happened, I was like, it's going to
Yeah. Also, clap it up for the 49ers defense who only held them to 3 field goals.
Yeah.
Which means you got down to the red zone, you just couldn't punch it in.
Because, I'm talking about like a better, like if I'm like an expert in this, which I'm clearly not. Making a bet on these type of games is tough because people often underestimate the defense on the other side.
Yeah.
So, like, knowing that coming in, it was rough making certain bets that are accustomed to making because you don't know if the defense is going to come through and
deliver.
And deliver.
Because the 49ers sacked him 5 times. The Rams couldn't get a lick.
They sacked him like 7 times.
5 to 7 times. But the Rams couldn't get a single touch on Garoppolo.
Yeah, which is shocking. And they weren't even at one point, they stopped doubling Donald.
Aaron Donald, yes.
Which is crazy.
Yes. But I don't know why every time on paper, this looks like it's going to be a close matchup. And every time the 49ers win. But we'll see. They face each other again in 4 weeks. So we'll see when we get to like week 8.
Yeah, hopefully.
And last but not least, week 5 predictions.
You're listening to the sounds of Disabled is Abled podcast.
What's the score?
So the score right now, Eli has 23.
Mm-hmm.
I have 23.
Mm-hmm.
And Dad has 20.
Okay.
So I feel like the only reason why we got this lead is because
Dad didn't pick week 2.
Didn't pick week 2. We're just going to say that out there. Yeah. We're not going to lie to the people. Yeah. We're not going to act like we know what we're doing. Because we don't.
We're going to be fair.
And then I have to stop agreeing with Eli because some of these picks that I pick with him, we lose.
But
that's all I got to say.
Okay, fine. Whatever. First game we have Dolphins versus Jets. Dad's favorite team. Obviously. Who you got?
This one is really hard for me because the Jets are actually playing like a good team. But like I was telling you upstairs, I don't think they're gonna lose as much firepower.
Oh, without Tua?
Without Tua because they have Teddy Bridgewater.
Okay.
If it was somebody else, then I would pick differently. But because of that, I'm gonna pick Dolphins.
This is in New York. It's a divisional game.
It's gonna be pretty.
I'm going to pick the Dolphins as well.
Okay.
I'm going to pick the Dolphins as well. Thursday night game, we have Colts versus Broncos in Denver. Right. Yeah. It's fine.
Well, I think Dad picked the Jets for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely picked the Jets.
We're good. Okay, so Thursday night game, we had the Colts versus Broncos in Denver. I'm taking Broncos because the Colts are dysfunctional.
Yeah, I'm taking the Broncos too, and I think Dad is also took the Broncos for this.
Sunday London game. What up, bro?
London, bruv.
London,
Wait,
bro.
Yes,
it's another London game.
Bro, I love London.
9:30 a.m. Giants, Packers. I'm taking the Packers.
I'm taking the Giants, and I think Dad also picked the Packers for this.
I did. I picked the Packers.
Okay.
So I'm taking the Giants only because.
That's a bold.
I know it's bold. It's bold, but
that's about to be another win for me.
I know it's bold, but the only reason why is because the running game is actually really good, and
true, very true. Because Barkley's been going crazy.
The Giants been going crazy, and
Steelers versus Buffalo at Buffalo. I will take the Bills.
Yeah, I'm taking the Bills too. I don't like the Steelers at all, and that also took the Bills.
Chargers versus Browns. Browns should have won last week. I'm not convinced with the Chargers. They look sloppy.
They look a little, and then they have 3 vital injuries to like their offense.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm gonna go with the Browns. Okay, Dad took the Chargers.
Texans versus Jaguars.
Jaguars.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Jaguars.
Yeah,
Jaguars look good. Jaguars
they look good.
Bears versus Vikings.
Vikings.
They
balled out in London, bro.
They did. I'm risk gonna go with the Bears.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I'm risk gonna go with the Bears.
Okay, Dad picked the Vikings.
I'm gonna go with the Bears. Lions versus Patriots. I'm gonna go with the Patriots.
I'm gonna go with the Lions, but this is the last time I'm picking the Lions, bro.
We said that last week.
No. This is for me. This is the last time. The only reason why I picked the Lions is because it's against your Patriots.
Okay, fine. I'm going with my Patriots. We gotta. We better.
Y'all better win this one.
We have to win this game. All right. Seahawks versus Saints.
I'm picking the Seahawks. They look good.
I'm going with the Seahawks.
They look good.
Geno looks good. Geno looks good.
The Saints, I think it's going to be hard for them to travel across country.
Okay, so Dad picked the Saints. You know, Dad into the traveling thing.
Oh, yeah. right.
No, but it does play around. Like, it really does.
Yeah. Okay, the London thing I'll give you, but this one, sure. Fine. Falcons versus Tampa Bay Bucks. I'm going with the Bucks. They need this win.
Yeah, Bucks need this. Dad picks Bucks too.
Titans versus Washington. Y'all don't deserve for me to say y'all name, so I'm just saying Washington.
Titans?
I'm going with the Titans.
Yeah, they should win the Titans. Yeah, we all picked the Titans. Washington, we just not believe it. Carson wins, get out of there, bro.
Yeah. 49ers versus Panthers.
No.
49ers.
Yeah, 49ers. Yeah, Panthers suck. Dad picked 49ers too.
Eagles versus Cardinals. I'm going with the Eagles. I think they're going to stay undefeated.
Yeah, I think they're going to stay undefeated.
Dad took Cardinals.
Okay, so that's the Cardinals.
That's what I mean.
I'm literally saying I shouldn't pick like you, but I'm picking like you. Oh, my God.
Cowboys versus Rams. Fredy, who you got?
I'm picking the Cowboys.
I'm going to take...
Big up Cowboys. I don't like Matthew right now. So I'm picking the Cowboys.
I'm going to risk it and go with the Rams.
Wow, okay, so Dad picked the Rams too.
Why are you not calling Dad a traitor? He picked against his own team.
I don't know. He probably has good reasoning for it.
Okay. Bengals versus Ravens Sunday night game. I'm going with the Bengals.
This one is really hard for me. So I'm going to go with the Ravens, even though I've been talking smack about them. Okay, he took the Ravens.
I'm going with the Bengals.
I'm going with Ravens.
And the Monday night game, Raiders versus Chiefs, I'm going with the Chiefs.
Raiders, Chiefs. Yeah, I'm going with Chiefs. Yeah, we're all going for the Chiefs.
And those are our Week 5 picks.
Yes.
You're listening to the sounds of Disabled is Abled podcast.
In NBA action, Tyler Herro gets paid $130 million.
Yes, let's clap this out for him and I'll throw a little bomb because it's Miami.
I didn't think that they were going to do it.
This is...
I'm not going to hold you.
Yeah, no,
I
I'm a little shocked, but this is good for Miami.
I mean...
Because he's popular.
He is, but here's the thing. The only reason why I said that I didn't think that they were going to give him a contract extension was because he doesn't really show up when it matters most. Besides the bubble performance that he put on, he hasn't shown up when it matters.
True.
And it looks like he's letting the fame go.
Year 2.
Well, it's about to be year 3?
Year 3?
Or 4?
Yeah, year 3 or 4 around there, yeah.
And it looks like he's letting the fame go to his head a little bit.
I mean, I understand where you come from. You're in Miami. Jack Harlow put you on.
Right.
But the only thing with me that this move screams to me is screams starter.
Okay.
So you can't get paid this money and sit on the bench.
He actually might because Duncan Robinson, it looks like he fell off a cliff.
Yeah.
No
for
offense,
those two, that's facts because he also got paid too, but he didn't get paid this money.
Right.
So I think he has to start now, but it might be different because like being a starter, you're already warmed up. Like coming out of the bench, you kind of have a little bit of a break of like.
Do you think Miami just switch those two roles, have Duncan Robinson come off the bench and then Tyler starts?
Yeah. I think it's time just to prove like
the doubt is wrong.
Yeah, and then you got paid all this money, so you have to.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, he deserves it in a way, but I don't really have nothing to say. Like this is good. This is good for Miami.
I feel you. Congratulations to Tyler Herro on the contract. Yes. I'm gonna be a little bit of a villain right now. The Phoneix Suns lost to the NBL team. I can't pronounce this team, but 36ers. 134 to 124.
Okay, whoever came up with that name,
I'm clapping.
Should be fired. That's a terrible name for a team.
Yeah, but they lost. They look dysfunctional. It looks like it's going to be a lot of turmoil.
I think it's Aiden's fault. Like the beef between Aiden and not Aiden specifically, because I don't know.
No, I think that is a huge part of it. I think along with them, with the controversial owner that they have, the fact that Chris Paul will be 37 going on 38 going into this season.
Yeah, and then I think they kind of not that Devin Booker shouldn't expect the pressure, or like should be putting this pressure on him. But you're pretty much start a team. You got to carry this team.
Right.
Like last year, they cut you some slack.
Chris Paul was there. Yeah, and Chris Paul was balling. Chris Paul was balling.
And then when did they go to the finals? The year before that?
They did go to the finals. And those games that Chris Paul was injured, because there was a few games that he was injured. He did show up. Devin Booker put up the slack.
Yeah.
But I think, one...
We need to see that for an entire season.
Valid. One, I think Ayton and Monty Williams... Ayton doesn't want to be there.
Yeah.
It's abundantly clear Ayton doesn't want to be there because they matched his contract, but they only did that because they were obligated to.
Yeah, and then they didn't want to lose him for nothing.
Right. And they didn't want to lose him for nothing.
And they're in the win mode now.
He wanted to go to the Pacers. He wanted to walk out.
Yeah, because that was like going to be his team.
Monty doesn't want Ayton back.
It was a commodity thing. I thought when they matched it, they were going to find a trade partner for Ayton and get somebody. I don't know who.
Yeah, but they can't.
Get somebody.
Now they can't do that until January 15th.
Exactly. So you're pretty much stuck with him.
Also, I'm just happy because Chris Paul is really going through.
You're such a hater, bro.
I know. And every time I think his success is about to overclimb my hatred for him.
Why do you not like him? I just want to know.
He irritates me in my skin sometimes. No, it's just like a Joker Batman thing. Like he's Batman, I'm Joker. But sometimes I get a few victories in. And also too, him with that pesty, he'll complain to the ref about a call, but yet you playing just as dirty as Draymond Green. And he gets away with it. It's like, yo.
No, I agree with you there.
You know, referee, you didn't see that call? So whatever. But anyway, yeah. But we'll see. And in other news, Jamal Murray comes back from, he's been away for like 2 years, returning from his ACL tear.
Yes.
In a preseason game.
Facts.
Congratulations with that. I hope he has a big year.
Nah, he has a big year because this is like, I need to win.
And I think
like Joker is pretty much established himself as an MVP in this league.
Right. We
got to see what you do now.
And real quick, honorable mentions. Kawhi played as well. He returned. Dame Dollar returned.
Mad people.
LiAngelo,
he's with his brother. This is good. He sucked on his first team, on the first game, but like, it's good for entertainment.
They need to let that go, cause really.
And then watch them like record it now, so they're gonna have like reality TV about it.
I told y'all this.
It's gonna be good, bro.
I told y'all this about 5 to 6 years ago. I said LaMelo was gonna be the star of the championship.
Listen, he made it to the league.
Let me finish. I said Lamar was gonna be the star of the team because Lonzo was a decent point guard. I will admit. He was solid.
You mean LaMelo?
LaMelo, sorry.
LaMelo, yeah.
No, I said Lonzo. Lonzo was a solid point guard.
Yeah.
But he didn't have the
flashy.
The flash. Y'all gonna have to put all your money into LaMelo.
And now we don't know if Alonzo could play because he says his knee's still hurt.
Right.
So we don't know about that. But shout out to the brothers. They all in the league, bro.
You're listening to the sounds of Disabled is Abled podcast.
Update news on these two players. Albert Pujols is at 703 home runs. Is that correct?
Yes.
He's climbing up the board. I think he should stay another year. Not gonna hold you.
He's not, bro. He's not. I've spoken to the man.
I would like to see him get to 800, but
800 is a little bit of a stretch.
That's
800 is a little bit of a stretch.
So real quick on the Cardinals, it's not only him that's retiring, right?
It's him,
the catcher,
Johnny Molina, and then Adam Wayne.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So they all go. Okay. That's
because they're all trio together,
right.
And then the pitcher and the catcher, they have the most like starts ever.
Starts. Okay, I got it.
So
that's what's up.
Yeah.
And Aaron Judge is still at 61 home runs this season. Your pitchers are afraid of him.
Yeah.
So y'all don't want to pitch him.
I think MLB. This is my opinion. I think MLB is holding it off to the last game of the season. He's going to hit it in the last game.
He might hit it tonight. They have another game in a couple hours. So, we'll see.
I mean, he might. But I'm just saying, like, if I was MLB, I'm calling in the team pitcher. I'm like,
is it in Yankee Stadium?
No, they're in Texas.
Oh, okay. For the next, last couple games?
Yeah, the next 2 games.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And then the wild card matchups.
The wild card matchups we have
are pretty much set to this point. But it could change after tomorrow because the season ends technically tomorrow, the 5th.
Right.
But Friday is wild card game day.
Absolutely.
And the matchups
are right now Mets versus Padres.
Okay.
Who would you best out of three? I'm taking.
No. Wild card game is one game.
No. It's the best out of three.
Oh,
I'm looking at it right now. Yeah.
Okay.
So first matchup we have is the Mets versus Padres.
The only reason why I'm picking the Padres is because I got a bet on them to win the World Series.
Okay. You already placed that bet?
Yeah, I literally placed the bet.
Did you place that before Tatis's?
Yes.
Okay,
I placed it before he got suspended and
Okay.
after the Juan Soto trade.
I'm going to take the Mets. I think their pitching will be a little bit too much for the Padres. I'll take the Mets in 5. I think it's going to go 5, though. I mean, wait, hold on. Sorry. I think it's going to go to 3 games. I think it's going to be the last game, and the Mets are going to pull it out.
I mean, I don't disagree. It's tough. This one's tough, so I don't disagree with you here. And, I root for New York.
Cardinals versus Phillies. I'm taking Cardinals.
Wait, that's a matchup?
Yeah.
Oh.
Don't worry. I got the matchup right, man.
I just can't believe there's a matchup, bro. Okay, I'm taking Cardinals.
I'm taking Cardinals. I think it's going to be same thing, 2-1. I
think it's going to be sweep.
Okay. Got it. Okay.
Like 2-0.
Toronto versus the Seattle Mariners.
Yeah.
Marlins.
I don't know. I'm a little bit of the fence, but
Yeah, I'm gonna take Seattle with this one because I want to see history made.
Oh yeah, because they have the longest playoff drought, and then so
I'm gonna go with Seattle. I love Toronto, but to me it hasn't been the same without Russell Martin and Jose Bautista. So.
True.
And we had the Cleveland Guardians and the Tampa Bay Rays. I'm taking
Tampa.
I'm gonna take Tampa in the street.
Yeah, I just like Tampa.
Real quick, how many games in the Toronto series?
It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be like 2-1.
Okay, 2-1. Okay,
yeah.
All right, and those are wild card, predictions.
Yeah, same with the Tampa and Guardians.
Yeah.
It's gonna be 2-1 to me.
Okay.
You're listening to the sounds of Disabled is Abled podcast.
Fred, Tory Lanez, sorry, we're into culture. Tory Lanez dropped his album.
Yes.
Sorry for what?
Sorry for what? That's a great name. Sorry for what?
Yeah, that is.
Because we say it all the time. Sorry.
Yeah.
For what?
Right. I like this album a lot because he started to rap more on it. Because he already gave me, he already gave us
You got what you wanted.
R&B tracks already. I needed some more rap songs. And Freddie is a bigger Tory fan than me, but I didn't know Tory can rap until What's Hoppin' when that song came out.
Yeah. I'm like, I learned about Tory Lanez. Obviously, I have to say it, and then I did my research, and then he was like with Meek Mill. Right. He had the songs with Meek Mill. So I went back, and then I listened to like his old stuff, and his old stuff was he was rapping. It was more like auto-tune rap,
right?
Where like you couldn't really hear his voice, but like it sounded good.
But overall, he's and
then he got into the singing.
He's being toxic on his album,
he's being toxic. I like the toxicity.
I like it.
I'm with the toxicity. I like the length of it. To me, it's not that long.
Yeah, I agree. I can listen to about 13 tracks.
And I like it's a good mix. Like it's Eli gets the rapping.
Right.
I enjoy the rapping too. Don't get me wrong. I just enjoy the singing better.
Yeah.
I get some singing songs on there that I can listen to and be like.
And like what we were talking about upstairs, is the difference between being blackballed and you not coming out with great songs, and being blackballed and you are
because he was definitely blackballed.
Right, since 2020, since the Meg situation. But since that situation, he's come out with bangers.
But if I was an artist, I would prefer to be blackballed with good music than be blackballed with bad music.
Yeah, and I agree.
And by good music, I mean I drop songs or albums, and my fans like it, regardless of whether or not I'm popular right now or not.
Behind the scenes, I feel. Marvel dropped the new Black Panther 2 trailer, and it looked great.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of emotions on this one. Like, people cried.
I've heard about the fans?
Yeah, like some fans cried. But I didn't really see the rock. I hate trailers. Okay? Because I have a rule. I watch the first initial trailer, and I don't watch nothing until the movie comes out.
Okay, got it.
The fact that they're dropping another trailer, why?
Well, I mean, because the movie day is around the corner.
Yes, but don't give me 2 trailers. Just give me 1.
Oh, okay.
The fact that, like, it would have been dope. It would have been dope if we wouldn't know who Black Panther was going to be until the movie.
Yeah, well, you know.
Like, I'm all about anticipation and screaming in the movie theater. I love doing that. I feel you. So, to me,
I feel like this one told a little bit more.
This trailer doesn't really move the needle to me, but hey, it's just me. And I only watched it because we were going to talk about it. If not, I want to go watch it.
I feel you. I do feel like this trailer told me a little bit more about what's going on in the movie. Because like, in terms of the plot. The plot? Yeah, the plot. Because the first one was more getting the fans ready emotionally to prepare.
I got you.
But this one is a little bit more of the plot, so I like this one.
So what do you think the plot is going to be?
Oh, it's going to be Neymar versus, Black Panther. But there's going to be another villain involved that's causing the 2 nations to fight.
Gotcha.
There's going to be a villain in the middle, a bigger villain than the 2 of them fighting. That's going to cause them to direct their attention to that bigger villain. So,
So, I'm definitely happy about this. We all hyped.
Yeah.
So.
Antonio Brown takes a picture, or he posted a picture on IG of Giselle hugging him after Super Bowl 54, and he titled it with his song lyrics underneath it. And a lot of fans a lot of people are upset and disappointed in AB because that's very disrespectful. Because you know what they're going through behind the scenes, talking about Tom Brady and Giselle, and you're kind of
this implies something.
Yeah, and this I don't understand because Tom has put you on.
Yes.
Understand the timeline of the story. He was gone from the league for about like a year and a half. Tom calls you, tells you, yo, come to Tampa. I'll even offer you to live in our house.
And that's what's weird to me.
Right?
That was weird to me.
They did that. He kept his head down the whole season. They ended up winning the Super Bowl. He comes back for another year, and then thinking like, yo, all you gotta do is ball out, and you might get a bigger bag. So, I don't like the fact that Tom is being grateful, like being generous and giving you handouts, and you're now basically burning the bridge with that.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's still a picture. It's just a picture. But
we know the context of it because we know.
Imagine if he's the homewrecker.
Oh, between the Americans? No.
I'm not saying it. I don't know. It's all allegedly, people.
No.
That would be insane.
It's no question. It's just because Tom is playing football right now and Giselle is pissed.
But I don't know.
And last, Kulo, legendary rapper, he passes away at 59. I known him for a few of his songs, but mainly he did the intro to Kenan and Kel.
Yes, that's the only thing I kind of know.
And he was in a few other legendary movies. He was actually acting in a few other TV shows and movies.
Yeah.
So we like to send our prayers and condolences to the families and friends.
Yes.
And
a legend.
Yeah, legend. We love you guys. We are done, people. We love you guys. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notifications, and we'll see you guys next week.
We love you all.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, please throw your hands in the air for the greatest podcast on earth when it comes to music, sports, and culture. Disabled is Abled with your host, Eli and Fredy. So put your hands